So for the next couple of days, I'm going to bring you guys along with me as I kind of do little projects that are going to lead up to a big project we're working on. I figured if I went ahead and did all the little things I need to get done around the double wide before we start on the major thing, that it would help me out in the long run, and it would just save more time to actually work on that stuff when we have the available days this week. So I'm going to tackle what I can beforehand to set myself up for success with the actual project. Day one here, we're working on clearing out this area that has become a massive, just Jumanji looking pit beside my trailer. We've got to get all the big blocks out, and we're going to get all of just the junk that somehow found itself. There's a pogo stick there. There's a pogo stick there in the Jumanji corner over here beside the trailer. We're going to clear out the big giant cement blocks, and then also the landscape edging that the previous owner, before we bought this trailer, she had put down. It's like the cement landscape edging. We're gonna get all that out. There's a litter box, there's a chicken feeder. We're gonna get all this stuff out and clear it out, and I'm actually gonna end up digging up these yellow flowers because I don't feel right bulldozing those over. Somebody, the little lady here that lived here before us, had a green thumb, and she blew me away with the way she could grow stuff, and I don't want that to be in vain. I think they're beautiful. I just don't want them here. So I'm going to actually dig them up and save them and put them somewhere else. I try to maintain the greenery and stuff, the landscaping that they planted, the previous owners planted. I try to maintain that stuff as best as I can, but I'll be honest with you, I suck at it. It's like I don't consistently maintain it, and that's what landscaping and stuff like that has to have. You have to be consistent. You have to continually weed and water, and I don't have that in me. I want to have that in me. I'm going to try to have that in me, but I don't right now. So that's why areas like this around the trailer, I mean, look like literally a scene out of Jumanji. They're just overgrown, and literally vines had grown around our old water hose and literally had connected it to the ground. When I pulled it, I literally had to pull it out of vines that had connected the water hose to the ground. So that's something I need to work on in the future, is being consistent when it comes to weeding stuff. The only thing I will say is I know myself better than anybody, so I don't do a lot of outdoor landscaping because I know myself better than anybody, because I know that right now I just don't have that consistency I need to care for outdoor landscaping. I don't do a lot of outdoor landscaping because of that. It's something I would love to work at in the future, but right now I'm just not there, and that's just me being honest. That being said, it is summertime, and I want the outside of our double wide to reflect that. I want to have some outdoor fun with the family out here, so I want to do some things, outdoorsy things around here to kind of give it some curb appeal, but also just make it look really pretty and summertimey. I'm going to get around my issues with landscaping and the lack of consistency I have when it comes to landscaping by doing things like rock. I don't know the word of the black net stuff that kind of looks like fishnets, but we're going to call it fishnets for weeds. Weedless fishnet. I don't know. It's the fishnet looking stuff that keeps weeds from growing through. I'm going to do a lot of it. Fabric something. Ground fabric. Rock fabric. Floor fabric. Fishnet fabric. I don't know. It's that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Landscape fabric. Oh, it hit me like a freight train. Landscape fabric. I'm going to do a lot of it and do a lot of rock. I'm not planning a lot of stuff because there's already a lot of stuff planted around here. Thankfully, the wind was about to take my camera away here. Y'all are about to go flying. Thankfully, there's already a lot of landscape and stuff around here. So I'm just going to try to oomph it up a little bit with things that I know I can maintain easily. I have several areas around the double wide that I want to work on this summer, and this specific area I'm going to tackle first just because I feel like it's going to be the easiest, and I try to get the easier things out of the way, hence why I'm doing a couple of little projects before the actual project starts, because I want to set myself up, and I know if I start with something big, I'm not savvy at big projects. You guys know that. We mess up a lot, and we have to go back and fix stuff, and we learn as we go, and it's just easier for us to start little and then work ourselves up. I say start small and work ourselves up, but really we're starting big because this is a fairly large project we're starting on this side of the double wide. The other side of the double wide project is even bigger, but this one is big in itself, and it's something we've never done before, so we're literally going to be doing something for the first time and learning as we go, which is per usual. A larger project means a larger budget, but I still need to save money where I can. So I'm going to do that by using things I already have and just sprucing them up a bit, adding things to the things I have to keep me from having to go out here and buy all new things when I already have perfectly fine things. They just need to be freshened up a little bit. So I'm going to be taking things that have been gifted to me, things that I've found, things that I've had for a while, and just sprucing them up, giving them a fresh coat of paint, just freshening them up a bit so that I don't feel the need to go buy anything brand new when I already have the thing. I'm gonna try my best to save these pretty yellow flowers. I don't know what kind they are, but they're really pretty, and I can put them in one of my pots that I have, and they can go like here in this area that we're making. Look how pretty though. They have like the big kind of stems. They look like buttercups, but those are like giant buttercups.
They do look like buttercups, don't they?
Like identical to buttercups. It just started raining. We just got something to eat. Matter of fact, I gotta get my teeth back in. I don't know if I'm editing that out yet. We've been working outside. I came out here to get some spray paint to spray my chairs.
Some good news. I mean, there is some blue sky back in there.
Yeah. And it started raining. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to spray paint when I get home or what.
I'm a very good weatherman.
Yeah, Colton always prepares me because he's like, Mama, there's stratus clouds in the sky.
He needs a weatherman name.
He does. Weatherman.
Captain.
Chat Dasher.
No. Captain. Captain Snowdrop.
I got
Captain Snowdrop.
I got me a blue coconut lemonade, frozen lemonade. Y'all know that I don't get these very often, but I love them when I do. I'm thinking about stopping at Ollie's. I really badly need to find these specific chairs that Walmart apparently forgot that they sold me and never shipped, so I had to cancel the order. They never made their way to me, so I have to find some like that or some that I need for an area that we're working on outside the trailer. So we're out here in the rain, and y'all just saw how beautiful it was outside. Out here in the rain, finding some spray paint and looking for some chairs.
Might need to go buy an umbrella. Ella, hey.
Put my arms around you. In the stars, we find who we are.
You're not in charge of lyrics.
Everything is
I don't know what in a size means, but in a size.
Oh my goodness.
Monsters inside of my
Wrong song there, kiddo.
along with the voices inside of my head. I'm gonna dance me to hold your breath. And if you think I'm crazy, I think I'm crazy. Well, that's not fair. Instead, put your coat on and yell. Let's go beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that Emerald's part.
Oh. I thought he was backing up a truck. I was like, what?
And we got beep, beep, make sure we beep, beep. Everyone beep, beep.
Okay.
Like,
I'll see y'all in Ollie's. Alright, I'm seeing chairs. Check this out. Look. It's an umbrella screen. I just spent $30 on one of those from Amazon. It's $9. Okay, who is this? I just walked out of Ollie's without buying not a single thing. There were so many cool outdoor things, but not a single chair to be seen that like would fit my rear end.
Hey, you want to know what helped? We didn't go into any other department in there.
Walked in and out of Ross. Love
I'm
you.
proud of you. I love you more.
Without buying one thing except for Cammy went to the toy aisle and he saw these Aikido toys, and then the Sonic ones. He has been looking for those everywhere. You can't hardly find Aikido stuff anywhere, and they're pretty rare to find, like out and about. He saw them, flipped out, so we did leave with that. It was like $6, but walked in another store and left because I didn't find what I was looking for. So Shane's got pee. So he's running into Walmart in here to see if they have the chairs that online they did that I bought, but they didn't send me, so I canceled. They're like $20 a piece, $25 a piece, I think. All right, I found it. I don't know if I should go with the Rust-Oleum or the Krylon. This is indoor-outdoor. I don't know if the Krylon is indoor-outdoor. I literally had hay all over my face, and there's a whole thing for that. But what I went with spray paint from Walmart, because the spray paint at Hobby Lobby was $10 a can. So I went with just your regular matte black exterior spray paint from the Walmart, and it was literally half the price. So if you need spray paint, do not go to the Hobby Lobby, go to the Walmart, because it's literally half the price. I'm not gonna lie, I lost count of how many cans of spray paint I had. I do know I was spray painting for like hours, and I literally have no feeling in the top of my index finger because of it, and I don't know if it's permanent or temporary, and I've kind of been worried about it, but also been praying about it, because I'm like, okay, surely my feeling's gonna come back in the tip of my index finger. Surely I'm not going to live my whole life with no feeling in the tip of my index finger because I decided to spray paint for a few hours one Saturday afternoon. I'm hoping anyway, but I got, I'd say, at least 10 cans of spray paint, because I not only spray painted these chairs, but which I've had forever, mind you. I've had these for years and years and years and years. I gave them to Nanny kept them until she got her different chairs, then she gave them back to me, and so I had them sitting in underneath the porch, and I was like, well, I could use these instead of going out and buying new ones. So I just put exterior matte black spray paint on them, and hopefully it don't rub off on my rear. I don't think it will, because it is exterior, and I've had these suckers sitting out. Tennessee weather's been crazy. It's been raining, then storming, then sunny, then raining, then storming, then sunny. I've had them setting out since I spray painted them, and it's rained and stormed and did all sorts of stuff, and it hasn't hurt them. Like, the only thing that's touched these things was bird poop, and you'll see that like here in a little bit. The birds used them as target practice, but that's the only thing that affected them. So they do great in weather. It is exterior matte black paint. I just hope it don't rub off on my rear when I sit in it or something.
You know ain't no friends, so tell me what are we? You know that I hate this game. You apologize, always say that you're sorry, but why does it feel the same? I used to keep my cool, but when it comes to you, I do whatever you want me to do. I used to keep my cool, but when it comes to you, I always fall head first when I'm with ya. I never think before I do. I always fall head first, but believe that I'm the fool when it comes to you. I always fall head first when I'm with ya. I never think before I do. I always fall head first, but believe that.
Okay, so this is one last thing I have to do now for the super secret project that we are working on. I'm trying to get a head start on it and do like the little things that I can do before we start on the big thing. So this is just one thing. Not stop, Shane. What are you doing? I'm gonna try my best to get quite a bit of like the stuff like this done this weekend. That way a majority of it will be done by the time we start on the big thing. The only thing is, it is like, you can see here, hold on, it is fraying, like it came that way. So that's interesting, but it's good quality, I feel like. I literally used every bit of paint that I had. I mean, the spray cans are dry. I need to get a little bit more because I'm noticing some white spots underneath one of these chairs on the side there. So I need to get a little bit more. So probably one more can will be all it takes. But I'm thinking about washing on the table and actually spray painting it. That's what I'll do. Tomorrow I'll run and get some spray paint and I'll spray paint the table. I'll wash it down like I did the chairs and spray paint it, and then I'll fix this area right here on the chair that's bothering me. Well, right there for you guys.
Please don't tell me lies, just say what you're thinking. Stop playing all these games.
You have a photo bomb.
You apologize, always say that you're sorry. I don't feel the same inside.
Go!
Go over there, babe.
Alright, it's the next day. Got some homemade sloppy joes cooking. I'm gonna take a few minutes while that's cooking, and I'm gonna wash down at this table and then check out this. You know, these birds have some audacity. I just walked out here and they literally used it as target practice.
Marina's standing downwind.
Everywhere's downwind. The wind is going everywhere.
I used to keep my cool, but when it comes to you, I always fall head first when I'm with ya. I never think before I do. I always fall head first, but believe that I'm the fool when it comes to you. I always fall head first when I'm with ya. I never think before I do. No, I always fall head first, but believe that I'm the fool when it comes to you.
I got these at the Hobby Lobby for $1.79. That's a steal. I got these because y'all have seen in my last few videos, I've been struggling to find my measuring cups. So when I passed these in the Hobby Lobby aisle, I was like, heck to the yes. $1.79, cannot beat it. We did it hoagie style.
This is delicious. I just wanted to tell them that.
You're making a mess.
Mm-mm. Oh,
What'd you?
mm-mm.
You dropped it on the floor.
You don't see nothing.
So these are actually interior exterior chairs. You can use them either inside or outside. When I got them, I got them for the island in the kitchen, and that was when I was trying to find the color scheme, and I was going with a bunch of raw looking light colors of woods, tones, things like that. And I like them. I just don't like them in the house. Having them in the house, it gives it a coastal vibe, and I don't like the coastal vibe in my house. I'm in the mountains of Tennessee. There's not much coastal around here. There's not much anything coastal around here. So it just fell off. So I'm going to actually spray paint the bottom of these the same matte black I spray painted the table and the chairs. And I'm going to leave the top of them this outdoor fabric thing. It's good for like in the weather, the rain, the elements and stuff like that. And see if those two colors kind of look good together. I think they're going to. It's actually going to match my umbrella accidentally. I don't think this is going to do much good, do you?
I think it will. Oh, Lord.
And I feel like dying.
Make you see she can't love you like me. Why don't you stay down on my knees? I'm so tired of being lonely.
I think he needs a hug.
Looks like you're taping the top stool to the bottom stool.
I think I accidentally am. Do you think that's gonna help?
Let me see it real quick. You take your phone. Take your camera.
Change
False.
my background. He just put Gollum on my background while I was working my tail off, sweating and working every day. As
You are not sweating. False.
Putting tape on his chair while I was working my rear end off. He's over there having fun with my phone.
Gypsy habits. You're false.
The background to Gollum.
False.
You want to tell him why you're calling me false?
Do you want me to tell him?
No.
Because I'll tell him. What'd you promise me? Twice.
Okay, Shane. Shane's redoing all of mine.
Yep. Tell him why.
Because I was covering up
Because
these little things.
you failed. You failed at this.
And so he's taking all of that hard work I was doing off while he was putting Gollum on my background. And he's redoing it.
Look at that. I put Gollum on the background and did it right.
You're mean.
I love you. You know that. Ain't nobody hold a candle to you. Because all the moths get in the way and they'll begin to chew. Or entire tower until it prays. For she outshines anyone who ever might dare to bask in the same candlelight.
Are you serenading me? This is wholesome.
With country music.
When I try to match things up, it never works out. But when I accidentally match things up, it's like perfectly. So I accidentally matched up the top fabric of these stools with the umbrella I got for this table and chairs over here on Amazon. And the umbrella I got was supposed to be a lighter color beige. It ended up being like a toffee-ish color, which is like what I guess the top of the stool here you would call that. It matches almost perfectly, and I did it on accident. If I had tried, I could have never.
Television shows like parks and recreation. You just ended a long-term thing, and that was just a fling. Meant nothing, yeah, just a fling, and meant nothing. Starfield sky, late September night, a twist of fate, your warm embrace. Yeah,
It won't stop. Okay, I accidentally matched the colors. Like, they're almost identical. I don't know how I did that, but I'm obsessed with these stools painted matte black. I'm obsessed with those chairs painted matte black. I painted the table matte black. It was already black, but I painted it. I wanted to change the tilt that for the after shots. The wind's blowing really hard, so we gotta take it down here a second, but I wanted y'all to see what it looked like all together. It's so pretty. I'm just terrified it's going to Mary Poppins its way out of here.
Get it,
so
girl.
we need to get it down till the wind goes away. We're always windy up here, which is something I'm a little bit worried about with owning one of these. But we do have days where it's just pretty and we're just sitting outside and there's not a lot of wind at all. So
I think the remedy is just when we're not using it, we take it down. put it
yeah,
on the porch.
the remedy is taking it down when we're not using it. Also, my finger, I think I broke it. Like, not actually broke it, but like I can't feel. I guess it's where I was spraying with the spray can yesterday, like for all the afternoon, but I can't feel from like this ligament like up. I can't feel that at all, and it's driving me bonkers. It's not even like tingly. It's like gone. It's not there. If I couldn't see it, I wouldn't believe it was there. All right, I'm making a lazy peach cobbler. It's where you have all the ingredients, but you don't measure it, you just eyeball it. I got my batter made. I've learned doing this the past week because I've been doing this a lot for the kids and Shane and myself. But I've learned that it's all about consistency, not necessarily about recipe. So you put all the right ingredients in and you just keep adding milk until you get the consistency you want it. And this is about the consistency I want it. So I've got my pan in the oven and it's got a stick of butter melting in it, and I'm going to literally just pour 2 cans of drained peaches, semi-drained peaches, in that pan, add a little bit of brown sugar on those peaches, and then pour this over the peaches. Cover it, cook it for an hour. For dinner, I made the homemade DIY hamburger helper with the ranch seasoning packet that I made a few videos ago. This time it was a lot creamier because I added more milk, and I made like my cheese sauce with 2 bags of shredded cheese, the 2-cup bags, and then I added a bunch of milk, and it was way creamier. It was a lot better this go around. Another thing we wanted to get a head start on was the lawn, so we needed to mow. We've been trying to train our grass. I learned how to do that on Google, where you let it grow the first go around and let it get thick, and it stays like really thick and green. So we did that, but it was time to mow it because it was starting to look like a hay field. We need to get that out of the way. Okay, so we're out here getting measurements for the thing that we're doing, and our measurements have to be precise because the budget gives no room for mess ups. So we're going to get measurements of exactly what we're doing to prepare for what we're doing. So basically what I've been doing this weekend is just getting the things I can get done ahead of time. That way it's all not falling on the few days that we have to work on this, because we only have a few available days this week to work on this, and it's a pretty large project. Anything I can get done ahead of time, I'm doing it to make sure we're set up for the week. I drew a picture on my iPad. I'm not showing it to you until we get to that specific video, and then I'll show it to you. I literally used Photoshop to get creative. So like, I used to be good at Photoshop. Well, I mean, I was missing a hand and stuff. In my younger days, I Photoshopped everything. Now I couldn't be bothered. I use a Lightroom filter and that's it. Won't catch me handless these days. I just don't have the time to play around with that. But I had to, because I was getting so frustrated because I couldn't see what I wanted in my head. And I can't do that ever. Y'all know that if you've been here for a while. You know, my friends know. I can't see nothing in my head. I wish I could. I can't. So I was getting so frustrated, and Shane was like, okay, put it down on paper, as you say, but draw it on your iPad. Well, I can't draw. He's the artist. I'm not. So what I did was I just kind of put everything together with Photoshop and then drew something like over it. And I'm just trying to get it to look similar to what I see in my head, and I did, which I was happy about because I could not see nothing. I couldn't even see a warped image in my head. It just wasn't even there. So I've done that part. I know what I need to get measurements of. I know what I need to do. I've basically done all the little things that I can do ahead of time. I've already done those. So now it's just getting the finalized measurement and getting the rest of the stuff, because some of the stuff I already have. My things, I almost told you, my things that I need, some of my things I need came, so they're on the porch waiting there. The rest of it we have to actually get at Lowe's. I ordered that stuff online. The rest I actually have to get at Lowe's. So all of that's ready. I'm still going back and forth on a lot of the details though. So that's what Shane and I have to kind of like iron out right now, is what exactly we're doing, what details are set in stone, how we're doing this, the structure of this thing, the way that it's going to be mapped out. All of that has to be finalized right now. It's a pretty large area that we're working in, so we're going to map out the area with the large cement blocks that we got from the beside the trailer flower garden, and we're going to map it out that way. We have to get the specific measurements right, so we have to be specific, and in order to be specific, we got to have kind of anchor points, and so we're going to use these big cement blocks as our anchor points to get the shape down pat, because I want a specific shape. This project is taking a lot of math because we've got to like get measurements in between measurements, and you guys will understand what I'm talking about when you see the video. It'll be coming up. I'm pretty sure it's the next video y'all will see. Won't make any promises, but pretty positive it's the next video you'll see. But you'll understand then why we've got to get measurements inside of measurements to account for everything and to account for the shape, because it's an odd shape. We're getting the entire perimeter measurement right now, and like I said, we're getting the angle measurements, spacing the big cement blocks apart from one another, because think of those as like post points, if that makes sense. The difficult part is we have things here in this area that cannot be moved, that we have to work around. So we've got the big water spigot there that you can see, and then we also have the trailer hitches that our double wide trailer is on. You can see the hitches there to the left. There's Tater. You can see the hitches there to the left, and those things don't move. So we've got to kind of work around those and modify those things to look good in this area, because those aren't going anywhere. We also have to take into consideration the driveway here, because the driveway squares. It squares off there. And then we also have to think about the trees that are right to the left of this video, the big bush trees. Yeah, those things are huge, and those aren't moving either. I don't want them to. I love them. So we're working around all of this stuff while getting a particular shape. It's a little bit tricky. Each of our cement blocks here, they're 6 foot apart. So we're getting a specific shape while they're 6 foot apart, and they're all going to be 6 foot apart. We're not doing like mixed and matched measurements. That's just too much for us. We're struggling as it is right now to get like the measurements with the angles. So we're doing 6 foot apart blocks around the entirety of the shape that we're making this area to be. I want to know your best guess on what you think that we're going to be doing here. Like I said, you guys will see it probably in the next video. 99.9% positive it'll be in the next video. The entire video, it'll have to be dedicated to it because it's a larger project. But I want to know your best guess on what you think that we're going to be doing over here. I've kind of given you hints throughout this video to kind of help you out, but it could go 100 different ways, and I want to know what you think we're doing. You guys saw in the last video, I started on the second living room. We got the ceiling done in there, so it's time to just jump into there too. And I told you guys I'd be going back and forth between outdoors and the second living room for a little bit, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing some homemaking content, cleaning content, and throwing that back in there because I've been missing making cleaning videos like no other. It's boring to clean by myself. I got a cleaning routine sort of established. Nobody get their hopes up because it's only been established for a few months, but I've been kind of getting a cleaning routine down. I just miss doing it with you guys. I miss like getting the angles and everything with the cleaning videos. It's weird. I hate cleaning, but y'all make it fun, so I'm going to throw in some of those too. But we're focusing on the second living room and this outdoor stuff this summer with just my regular homemaking content thrown back in there because I really miss doing those videos. That being said, we have a huge thing being delivered here this week. We have 2 huge things being delivered here this week that I'm really excited to show you guys, and it's going to get a move on these makeovers we're smack dab in the middle of right now, and I'm super excited about it. I told you guys a while back I wanted to get to my roots when it comes to content, which is exactly what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is what I've always done, going in between mobile home updates, mobile home cleaning, mobile home homemaking, mobile home living. Just call me Mobile Home Merina at this point. The roots of my channel are Jesus, but boy do I love my mobile home, and I love making it about my mobile home. I've broke a lot of stigmas that people have created for mobile homes with this channel, and I've also broke a lot of mindsets that people had towards trailers with this channel, and I love doing that. It's my most favorite thing. To change someone's thought process whenever they go to look at a mobile home, and to make them realize, like, hey, it is a home. It's a mobile home, but it's a home period, is something I love to do. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you are at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I will see y'all in the next one.